Hi, everyone. Welcome to my weekly live on YouTube. I'm happy that you're here. I'm doing something a little different for me this week. I'm using the By My Side set. It doesn't have dies with it, but I did use a few dies from other die sets. And I'm using, it's kind of a cutesy set, so it's kind of out of my norm. But I wanted to use a color that I haven't used yet, and this is a Azure Afternoon. I think it's really pretty, this color. Anyway, they're perfect for little kids' birthdays. So I have a couple of cards here, and also I have this little treat holder, which I found some real cute Mentos mints at, I think it was Five Below. So I'll pull them out for you in a little bit. So if you're new to my channel, I want to welcome you. Let us know that you're new so we can give you a warm welcome. And also, if you're returning, which I see a lot of you returning, I'm really happy that you're here, and I'm glad that you visit me every Thursday now. I do want to point out that today is the very last day to register or subscribe, I should say, to this month's scrapbook club. And this is what the scrapbook looks like this month. So it's always a 2-page layout, and all the die cuts are done for you. All you have to do is put it together. There's not even any stamping on this. So if you're interested in this, make sure that you subscribe by midnight tonight, and you can do that on my blog at stampinggala.com. If you have any questions, there is a tab at the top of my blog that says Scrapbook Club. You'll click on that, and that's where you'll go to subscribe to this. Okay. But other than that, we just have one other announcement, and that is to remember that we do have the bonus days coupons going on. So for every $50 that you spend from now to the end of the month, you get a $5 coupon to use next month. So when you place your orders, you do get an email with that coupon code in the email. Make sure you save that, because if you don't, they can't replace it. So it's like lost money. All right. So make sure you save those. So anyway, again, this is the stamp set that I'm using, and I'm also using the Go-To Greetings. I really like this set. I hope they never get rid of it. So we'll go ahead and get started. I think I'll start with this little girl. I think she's so cute. And the inside just looks like that. And I could stamp happy birthday or something like that in there. So let me grab that and we'll get started. Now the ribbon I'm using comes in a 3-pack, which I love. And the two other colors are Bubble Bath and Lemon Lolly, and they make beautiful bows. So I love this. All right, so let me go ahead and do this first. Now this is 4 1/4 by 8 1/4, and it's scored at 5 1/2. So we're just going to fold on the score line here. I love her curly hair too. I think it's so cute. Okay, then what we have here, I'm doing the inside of the card first, and that's for a reason that I'll point out to you in a little bit. Okay, so I have 2 pieces here of basic white. One is 5 1/8 by 3 7/8, and then the top one is 5 by 3 3/4. And I did emboss this with the Basics embossing folder. Hey, Janet and Nicole, Shelly, all of you, thank you for joining me. So, ladies, if you are interested in joining Stampin' Up! As a business or a hobby demonstrator, I would love to have you on my team. We have a great group of ladies, a lot of fun. And if you're interested, just let me know. Shoot me an email at my email address right here, julie48188@gmail.com. And I'd be happy to call you and answer any of your questions. Okay, so I'm going to trim this down just a little bit. I like a real narrow margin, and I also like it straight, and it doesn't look straight to me. So we just went through a hailstorm here, and my sister and Cindy are here with me. And we went outside, and oh my gosh, some of them were really big. It sounded like the cars were going to get messed up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this down. As you can see, I still have my sister's glue. I took it off her hands, I'll say. And her blog is up and running now. It's Patty's Paper Paradise. So check it out. Oh, I bet you did, Lori. I'm so glad for you. Lori just joined my team, and I see Janet is on too. She just joined my team as well. Okay, so we have two pieces here. This is just basic white, and this is 3 7/8 by 2 3/8. This is the DSP, and this is in the Brights package. This is 3 3/4 by 2 1/4. So we're going to put this together. Now, either side would look good. Let me show you the difference. Okay. I usually do polka dots, so that's why I wanted to change this time and do the diagonal lines. Lisa, she does. And she's working really hard, so I'm really proud of her. She's over here every day working on her business. And that's no exaggeration. She actually just ran home for a minute to take the dog for a walk, and then she'll be back. Okay, now I need to trim this up just a little bit. Check out her blog later. It's Patty's, Pattys, Paper Paradise. She loves flamingos, so that's her little logo. Pink flamingos. It's really cute. Although that isn't even up yet. The artwork isn't done yet, but her blog is up and running. Okay, so we're going to put this down, but before I do that, I'm going to wrap a piece of ribbon around it. I don't think she really has a choice. Do we look alike? Cindy, do you think me and Patty look alike? No. No, she said. But we do have some of the same features. She's real tiny. She's 4'8". And it's not like I'm real tall. I'm only 5'2", so. Okay. Doesn't that make a pretty bow? Let me show you. All right, so we're going to cut this off. I'm always hesitant to do children's cards or masculine cards, because it doesn't seem like when I do them that I get a lot of activity, and that indicates to me that maybe that's not your preference for my followers. So it's kind of funny. Wow, Lisa, you're tall. Okay, so there we have this. Okay, now I have a few other pieces to put together, but first I'm going to do some stamping. Okay, so we're going to take this cute little girl here and Memento. We're working with Stampin' Blend markers, so we have to use Memento to stamp with. So ladies, if you could share my video, I would really appreciate it, because it helps me reach a larger audience. And especially since I changed to Thursdays, I think people aren't finding me. Okay, so I have this, And I did go ahead and die cut it with the the Stylish Shapes dies. Okay, so I'm just going to put that aside. I'm going to color this one. All right, so what I did here is I have, this is the dark azure afternoon. And look, I have a pearl here visiting me. Okay, so we're going to just go ahead and I'm going to outline this dress. And I'm just putting the lines on the dress, just like Stampin' Up! Did in the stamp. Okay. And I'm just going to take the light one and color it in. Oh my gosh, Lisa, that's awesome. How are you doing it? Well, you need to stay away from Frankenmuth, that's for sure. There's all that good food there. Okay, so I just colored her dress a little bit, okay? And then I'm going to take the crumb cake light and I'm going to just kind of color in her hair here, but then I'm going to add some darker colors too. And I'm just being careful around her face so I don't get that on her face. Okay, now I'm going to take the dark crumb cake. What did Lisa, did you say how you did it? So she's got highlights. See that? Isn't it cute? All right, so now Stampin' Up! Has some colors for skin tones, and I'm using ivory because I don't have any of the other ones, but I'm going to use this. And you can, I think there's like 6 different shades, and there's, I think there's actually more than that. I'll have to look that up. Okay, so I'm just going around her face and under her eye. Just outlining it. That's awesome, Nicole. I can't wait. Nicole is joining my team. Okay. And then I'm just going to make it a little darker around the forehead. All right. And then I have Flirty Flamingo Light. Oh, here's my light bubble bath. I'm going to do this instead. Oh, wow. That's awesome, Lisa. How long have you been doing it? I'm going to add some color for her cheek. Okay. You can see it's a little pink there. All right. We're going to also do the butterfly in pink. And I noticed something that I forgot. I'm going to do Flirty Flamingo because it's a little bit darker. I'm going to add some color on here. I forgot to color her legs. It's funny because actually this is how white my legs are. Okay, so we have this. And this is what it looks like. Okay, Then what I did was I trimmed out a piece of the birthday DSP, and we're going to lay this right on here, just like this. I wanted a lighter color than just the Azure Afternoon. That is great, Lisa. It is so hard to get motivated to do that. 51 pounds is a huge accomplishment. Okay, so I have that. All right, now we're going to go back to the inside of the card. And the reason being is I have to get this centered on the inside of the card so I can center the top as well. So we're going to put this down first. And this is 3 3/8 by 3 3/8. So I want to make sure this is centered from side to side and straight. That looks good to me. All right. And then I have a piece of the birthday paper, and this is the DSP as well. So you can see on the back, it was 5 inches long, and I just flagged the ends. So this side is a little bit lighter, so I want this to go on this side. So we're just going to put this down next. Set straight. Need to pump it up a little bit. There. All right, so I have that. And then this is what we're going to, they're going to send the message on. So I'm going to stamp on this. I'm going to stamp happy birthday and hope that I get it straight. Oh, I rocked it. Okay, that's good. Okay, so this is going to go right here. Hey, Margaret. Margaret is another one that just joined my team along with Lori Brown. So there's a number of people. We had a great month for people joining Stampin' Up. Okay, so that's what it looks on the inside. Now what I'm going to do on the outside is I have a piece of Azure Afternoon and a second piece here that I embossed. Now the larger one is 3 1/8 by 3 1/8, and this one is 3 by 3. Okay. I need to get this straight. All right, now it's good. Okay, so this is going to go on dimensionals, and I'm going to show you now why I had to do the inside first. So we're going to put dimensionals just on one side, because otherwise it'll, when you close the card, it'll stick it closed. It'll hold it closed. Okay. No, Lisa, I have, there were 8 of us, and there's 5 of us left. Okay, so now I need to center this so the white part is covered. Okay, so see how I'm doing that? The white part is covered right there. And then I'll lay it down just like that. Okay, if I did this first when I did the inside, then I would never know if it was centered properly on the inside. Okay, so far so good. And then we're going to put this on. She is so cute. And this is going to go on with dimensionals as well. And I think I just heard my garage door open, so I think my sister is back. I don't know, Lisa. Big families have their issues too. Okay. So far, so good. Doesn't that look pretty? And then now I have some iridescent rhinestones. So I'm going to put a larger one right here. Okay. And then I'm going to add 2 smaller ones here. They're whispering in the background. They must be talking about me.
Yep.
Okay. So anyway, here is our first card. Okay. Very simple. I hope you like it. All right. So we're going to move on to the next card. I really like this one. I should have did the hair in dark brown because that would be Jackson. Okay. So we're going to get started with this one. Let me grab the stuff out of the way. Okay, so this one is the other orientation. This is the landscape mode. So this is 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. She's back. Okay, so now, oh, you're fine. So we have 2 pieces of basic white, and one is 4 7/8 by 3 5/8, and then this one is 4 3/4 by 3 1/2, and this one is embossed with the basics embossing folder. So we're going to go ahead and put this down as well. Jackson is doing really well. In fact, we're taking him to the zoo this weekend with his cousins, so it should be fun. Actually, Patty and I were taking our grandkids. Okay, so now I'm going to just trim this off a little bit. Just tighten it up a little bit. Okay. So I also have another piece of the DSP, and this is from the same pack, just a different design. And it's going to go on right here, right at the bottom. Yes, it's a big zoo. It's a really nice zoo. It's called the Detroit Zoo. And it's actually in Royal Oak, Michigan. But anyway, we're going to do that. Take the kids to the zoo. Check it out. You can Google it and check it out. It's a nice zoo. Okay, so we have that. And now I'm going to wrap a piece of ribbon around this. Oh, Linda, did you go to the Detroit Zoo? Because I think you live in Michigan. This is Azure Afternoon, this color. Wow, congratulations, Cliffy. No, I just have one grandchild, and my sister has two. And Cindy is here with us too, and she her daughter is being induced tomorrow. And what will that be, Cindy?
It will be number 8.
Number 8 for her. And she's here with me right now getting stuff out for me. I'm spoiled. Okay, so this is going to go on right here, just like this. I think I'm going to move this down a little bit, the ribbon to be even. Okay. I guess I'm going to have to get my sister some glue. It's because she wouldn't let me wear her clothes when we were growing up. So I'll take her glue now. No, blue is not my favorite color. I like hot pinks. Okay, so I have that. All right, so now we're going to go ahead. We're going to do some stamping and some coloring. So this time we're going to stamp the little boy and the dog. Okay. Ooh. Fan. Okay, so I'm going to stamp it closer to the right. Perfect. Okay, we're going to do some coloring. We're going to start off with the dark Azure Afternoon. And I'm going to switch to the light one. Cindy, some ladies on are saying they're praying for a safe delivery for your daughter.
Aw, thank you.
Okay, and then we're going to do the shorts, but we're going to do the shorts in light, all light. And I'm going to show you a little trick here too. Okay, you can see the line there that doesn't look blended in very well, like under on the top of the shirt. So I'm going to show you how you can take this end, the skinny end, and I'm just going to do the dot, dot, dot method along the lines, and it blends it in better. I went to a class and they showed us how to do that, and it works. It just blends it. See how it blended it in? Okay. All right, so let's switch over. We're going to do the ivory for the face. I just realized something that's so funny. I caught myself. My sister's granddaughter's name is Ivy. And my grandson, he always calls her Ivory. It's so cute. But then her grandson will say to Jackson, it's not Ivory, it's Ivy. It doesn't.
And then you can tell them their grandsons have the same name.
Oh, yeah, and our grandsons have the same name. Both are Jacksons. I love working with these blends. They blend together so nicely. Okay, and then I'm just going to do his hands here, and his arms, his legs, and I'm going to color his shoes with the basic black light. I laugh like my sisters, like my sister. That's funny. I'm going to give his face a little bit of bubble bath for his cheeks as well. Just kind of like in a flat U to make it look like his cheeks. Okay, so now we're going to take the dark crumb cake. My crumb cake is kind of messed up, but it still works. We're just going to outline his hair. So it's really nice. Patty already received some nice comments on her blog. So I would love for you ladies to check it out after this and see what you think. Leave her a message. Those messages make her feel good because she's working so hard. And I know she appreciates it. Okay, I'm going to go do the same method here with the dot, dot, dot. And it just, like I said, it blends it in. I'll do half of it and leave the other half and show you. That it really does blend it in. Okay. Can you see the difference? All right, so I'll do the rest. All right, and then what I'm going to do is just smooth over it. So now you can see it. Thanks, Shelley, for putting that up. Yes, it is Patty's Paper Paradise. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the dog, and we're going to outline it with the dark. And color it in with the light. You know what? I missed a part that I want to do. The side of the ear. Okay, so I'm going to do the dot, dot, dot again. And then I'm going to add a little black nose. I'm taking the ivory and I'm just going to brush over the cheeks just to blend them in a little bit. I'm going to add it on to this piece of Azure Afternoon, and I'm, of course, going to trim it some more. No, I don't live in Ohio. Some people think I do, but I do my retreats in Ohio. I'm just north of the Ohio border. I do my retreats in Findlay, Ohio. And it's a great place because it's kind of central to a lot of my followers. But even more so, it's in my area, the same venue is like 3 times the cost. It's crazy. And I refuse to pay that because then I have to pass it on to my customers and it's not good. Okay, so we're going to put this down right here. And this is going to go on dimensionals. Well, we can pre-order our Christmas stuff in August. Okay, so this is going to go on here, and I want to make sure that I get it centered. So far, so good. And then I have a cloud here that was die cut with the Give It a Whirl die set. It actually has 3 different sizes, but I'm going to use some of the other ones for something else. So here's the 3 sizes, but I'm going to put this right down here. Now you could add a little bit of blue on here and it'd probably be really pretty. Just give it some color. I'm just going to go ahead and glue this down. And I want it going off the page a little bit. Okay. So then, let me see. We're going to stamp Happy Birthday. We're moving right along here. Let's see. Okay, and I'm going to trim this up just a tiny bit. Okay, first of all, I'm going to trim it this way. And then this way. And that looks perfect. All right. And then I'm just going to trim that. I'm making it a tiny bit larger than my sample. So this is going to go on here, right on top of the cloud. So we're going to use dimensionals for this as well. Okay, so this is going to go right here. All right. And we're going to add some bling. There's a larger one here. I'm going to slip it under just a little bit. Got to make sure that you get the adhesive back with it. If not, it's not going to stick, and I just got some fuzz on there. Okay, so here is the outside of your card. And we're going to go ahead and do the inside. And I'm going to show you what I'm going to do here. All right, so I'm going to ink up this same stamp, but I'm going to do a little trick here. I don't want the whole stamp. I just want the little dog. So, but there's probably ink still on it even if you try and get it off, it's probably still there. So I'm just going to block this off with a piece of tape to make sure that it doesn't go on. Okay. And I better do the other side too, because there, because I want to stamp it right here. Okay. So I just have the dog on there. And then what I'm going to do is take a couple of these clouds and just put those in there. But let me see. Patty, will you hand me that that
Blue.
yeah. I can't even talk. Thanks. So let me see how this will look. I don't even know if we're going to do this together. Just a little bit of blue. That one has a mark on it. I'm not using that one. It has a black mark on it. Just add in a little bit of color. All right, so I'm going to put this up here, but I'm also going to add some color behind it. Just on the side over here. Okay. I think it needs two. I'll do that. Cover up that that dark mark. See that little black mark right there? I don't like it. So we're going to put this down. And we'll put this one over top of it to hide that. And nobody will ever know. Right here. There. All right, so we'll just color up this dog. And the second card is done. It's going by fast. And then we just have the last project to do, which is the treat holder. I'm going to just do that so it'll look a little bit different. I used to have a little Maltese, and she was so cute. I had to put her down. They just, one day she had blood coming all over her mouth. It just broke my heart. She was the cutest little thing. Okay, so there we go. I just need the black nose. Oh, isn't that cute?
Really cute.
What? This is way too big. Look at that. I must have been drinking or something. That's all right. I'll fix it. They're laughing at me. It's like an inch too big.
I didn't cut it.
I can't even blame Cindy. So remember, ladies, if you're interested in the scrapbooking class, you will have to register by tonight. Okay. I'm trying to look at my messages here. I did cut this way off. Look at it, it's like this much, the whole fingernail. That's kind of funny. Wow. I don't think I've ever been that much off. Look how much I was off, that whole thing. I got distracted. Okay, this is better. Okay, so this is going to go here. And I think this is so cute. Oh no, Canton, Michigan. Are you from Ohio, Patricia? Okay, so here is your second project. We have one last to go, and that is this cute little thing. And this has these mini they're gum, the Mentos gum. So they're real small. It's only 2 inches tall. I'm just going to push it back in here without undoing my bow. All right, so this is what it looks like. So let me grab my stuff. And I have a piece of Azure Afternoon, and this is 4.5 by 4.5, and it's scored at 1.5 on all sides. It's funny, a lot of people think Canton is just in Ohio. Okay, so it looks like the Hollywood Squares. All right, so we're going to do some trimming here. And what I'm going to do here is just trim this like that. And then this is going to be trimmed on an angle. And I am going to cut out this score bump right here. I just don't like that. See what I mean? Okay, so trim up on the inside of the score line. And then we're going to cut it on an angle. And then cut the score bump out completely. Going to do the same thing on the other side. It was raining like crazy here. My craft room is in my basement, and you can probably hear my sump pump still going. Okay, so it looks like this. Okay, but what you might want to do is on these points, you might want to just trim them off just a little bit, maybe like a 1/2 inch. Then it'll fit better. So anyway, we're going to turn it over and put the glue on the opposite side. You're going to get them on all of the tabs, the corner tabs, I should say. So now we're just going to pull them in and hold it. Same thing here. Everybody's thinking Canton is in another state. Okay, so we have all that done. I should have taken this out and left it out. So it fits in there perfectly. Okay. Okay, so then I have a piece here of Azure Afternoon, and this is, let me see. This is 1 1/4 by 9 7/8. Okay, so I did score it at let me see, 4 1/8 and 5 3/4. I also rounded the corners with a corner rounder. So then what I did was I took a small punch, and this is an old punch, but you don't have to use this. You can just use a handheld punch. And I'm just going to slide this in and just make it even and punch a little hole about right there. Okay. Same thing over here. What I'll do is just hold this together like so, and then match up the circle there and punch so it's completely even. All right, so now I'm going to put glue just on the bottom here, just to hold this the box in place. So you might want to just look at this and see where you want to place it. So I think I'm going to place it right here, and you're going to place it right between those lines. And it is a little bit narrower than the box itself, because the box itself is 1 1/2, 1 1/4. Wait a minute, 1 1/2. I'm sorry, and this is 1 1/4. So now this is going to go up like this, and I'm going to tie a bow to keep it together. So just slide this through here. Oh, look at that, just enough. I lucked out there. And I want to get it so it's kind of in the front. Oops. When the weight isn't that much on these projects, it's hard to get the bow tied. Okay, there we go. That looks good. Always trim your ribbon off on an angle. All right, so now I have a piece here, and what this is, oh, I gotta cut another piece of this. This is, let me see, 1 by 6, and I'm gonna need another piece. I'm going to cut this off at 1. And you'll see why in just a minute. So we need a piece of 1 by 6 and another piece that is 1 by 1 1/4. Okay. So what we're going to do, this is the front. So I'm just going to start kind of just lay this on here like so. I'm not going to score it. All I'm going to do is just pinch on the corners just like that. And then just to get it started, and then I'm going to put some glue on the back so that way I can just wrap it around. I wanted to kind of get the front first. Okay, so I'm going to lay it back right where I had that done like that. Wrap it down the side, and the glue is getting it, so just going to wrap it there. Now, see, because it's a little short, see, it doesn't come completely together. That's why I need this piece. So I'm going to just cover it up with this in the back. All right, So there you have that. Okay, so then I have a few pieces here. This piece is die cut from the All That Dies. It's that man set. And then I have this. This is 1 3/4 inch circle punch. And this is one of the dies from the Stylish Shapes. So we're just going to stamp the dog on here. So I'm going to do that same thing. And I can just lift this up since I'm doing the same thing again. I might as well just, oh, I can do it with just that one. Okay, I'm going to just ink up the dog here. And that's all covered. So I can just, I hope I get it straight on here. If not, I'll have to redo it. Oh, it looks good. Okay. All right, so we'll color this. And this time I'm just going to do a light dog. And then the nose. If anybody wants to see the scrapbook pages, if you join late, let me know and I'll show you at the end again. And also, if you would like these make and takes, just make sure that you use this host code, which is right here, by Sunday, and just place a minimum $40 order, and I'll send you the make and takes for free. This is going to go up on dimensionals. Oh, and by the way, I'm going to be doing a class to go on the truck set, the trucking along, and I only have like 20 sets for option number 1, and that's the whole thing. So if you're interested, watch for that because that's going to be coming soon. Okay, now one other thing, I wanted to add some blue onto this dog. So I have the marker here and I have the gemstones. These are just the rhinestones. And I'm going to color one of these with the Azure Afternoon Stampin' Blend marker. And I'm just going to put it like it's his little collar. All right, so it's going to go on right here. I didn't want the dog down here. I wanted it up here because I have a message too on here. Okay, so I have that. And then one last thing. I thought oh, here it is. Is this, nope, that's not it. Is this it? Yeah. Okay, and then there's a message that says, nice to have you by my side. I thought that was appropriate for this set. I don't like how that came out. I got to do it again. It's hard to do it on camera. That's way better. Okay, so this time we're going to cut this on an angle. just like that. And then, didn't I have a piece of, I don't know what happened to it. Let me get a piece. There it is. I'm going to put this behind it. So I'm going to put some glue on here. Just center it. And then I'm going to cut this on an angle as well. Shelley, thanks for answering all those questions for me. All right, and then add one more gemstone, and then we're done. Okay, so here are your projects for today. Let me move this out of the way. So here you go. Here's your last project. And we have the 2 cards. And here's the first 2. So remember to use this host code if you're interested, because I need to have that code to know you're referring to this set that you'd like. So anyway, I'll show you the scrapbook pages one more time just in case somebody wanted to see them, because I didn't see any comments come up yet. So here are the scrapbook pages, and they come, all the die cuts are done for you. All you have to do is put it together, and there's place for journaling right there. So anyway, this is a monthly scrapbook club that is by subscription that you can cancel at any time. You can go to stampinggala.com and click on the scrapbook club at the top, and you can register through that link. So anyway, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed the projects today. They sure were fun creating them. If you have any questions, please make sure that you give me a shout out at julie48188@gmail.com. And I'd love it if you would leave me a comment on my blog, and also check out my sister's blog at pattyspaperparadise.com. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great night. Bye-bye.